Hey guys, welcome to another day on the shop. Today we're working on this nasty monstrosity of an engine. So today we're going to be breaking this thing down and beginning the restoration of this engine. So if you don't know anything about this engine, you haven't watched the videos, well, if you don't know anything, you probably haven't been watching the videos. This is out of my 1980 Camaro. This is a 5.7 350 small block Chevy. It's a 1979 out of a pickup that was put in here. It was built for the strip. It's got new timing chain, dual timing chains, got a new cam in it, has new pistons in it. What else does it have? It's got GM Performance iron block heads, which are heavy, but they have huge valves in them. Has new lifters, new push rods. The bearings I've looked at so far, which is the bad part. The bearings on each cap have discoloration in them. The rods don't look so bad, but I'm gonna replace the rod bearings, the main bearings, and probably the piston rings. So I'm not happy about that. But more about this, it's got 456 gears and a posi track in the rear, so it can get up and go very quickly. It's got a turbo 400 with a shift kit and a 3500 stall torque converter. It's got an air gapped intake with a 650 carb on it. So yeah, we're gonna rebuild this, get it looking better, especially not yellow, because I don't understand why. And this whole engine bay is going to look completely different. So everything is going to be a whole lot better looking whenever I get done with this engine bay. So I've already kind of found some Bondo. I don't like that either. But so I'm going to pop all these pistons out in order the way I need to, putting them where I need to. These caps are going to come out, and then this entire crankshaft is going to come out. We're going to have to pop this gear off to get this timing chain off, making it a whole lot easier. Motor mounts are coming off. Motor mounts are not being replaced. They don't need to be. I thought they needed to be earlier. Fuel pump's just been replaced. Oil pump is going to get replaced, and water pump is going to get replaced with a new one. It does have an aftermarket radiator, as you see down there. It's kind of cruddy looking. It needs to be shined up with an aftermarket fan. So it keeps it pretty cool. My issue is I ran very low oil pressure on it when I was going to get it registered, and that's what scares me. I don't know if it was a gauge. I don't know if it's a pump. There's a show of lack of oil in the engine. Could have been hot rodded too much and not enough oil in it, because it does have the stock pan. So if it's getting up and going too many times, all that oil gets sent up to the top of the engine and doesn't make it back down quick enough. So yeah. So without further ado, we're going to tear into this thing a little bit further and get all these pistons out right now. So stand by and watch. Alright, so disassembly. Yes. And then in the middle of disassembly, I don't know how this happened, if it was me just trying to knock the piston out or what, but hey, piston ring. So placing those anyway. Everything else looks good. The bottom half looks really good. It's not rainbow colored or anything. All the cylinders look really good. I'll probably just take the honer to them real quick and just do a quick little drill hone to them. So and then the cam bearings, I'll probably replace them too, because they look a little bit worn as well. But the cam, come over here and look at the cam. The cam where the bearings are looks great. There's no scoring, there's no nothing. So the cam looks good. I'm not sure, I don't have the specs with me, but the cam, I'm not sure. I'll have to look that up and tell you all about it. But Here's the pistons. Like I said, they're brand spanking new. GM, okay. So they might just be GM flat top piston heads. I don't know. So if that's the case, that's good. Makes it easier to replace these piston rings. Because, like I said, this was built for probably about 300 to 350 horsepower. I don't know. It's not a whole lot. I got more potential in that VH than I do this thing. Heck, that little 2 liter over there could put out more than this can right now, or in its stock form. So now that's all that's out. We're gonna pop all these bearings out. I got to get a bearing puller for these bearings, and I'll order all the bearings and piston rings and everything else that I need, possibly even valve seals, valve stem seals. And we're going to clean this block up. I'm probably going to take it outside and get the power washer on it, try and get all this paint off as much as I can, and squirt some of them holes out. It's going to be a complete refresh, minus getting decked and all that, because there's no warpage to the head that I saw. And they're iron, they're not aluminum, so they should still be straight. I don't know. I'll see if they're straight somehow, some way. But yeah, so I'm happy with where I'm at right now for just today. So next day, same video, this video, because this is a short video so far. Next day we will have all this ready to go and take it outside and power wash it, and we'll get the hardcore stream on it. I'm gonna pop these off though, these motor mounts and this plate, and go from there. So when I blast this thing, it'll take care of everything on the exterior, and I'll get those pipe cleaners and clean out the water passages and oil passages really well, so I don't have any more crap in them. So yeah, let's go and get my stuff I need to refresh this, and some paint, because I'm out of black paint and I want the block to be black, so I need black paint. Alright, so I brought the engine block out here, letting it warm up. Gonna spray some degreaser all over it, let it soak in pretty good. And I got the power washer. So that's what we're doing, and hopefully we get some yellow paint off and clean this thing up pretty good. So that's what we're gonna do right now. So it's clean, we're gonna wipe down all the parts where the cylinders are so it doesn't get some rust on it, even though I'm gonna do a quick do-it-yourself hone on it just to clean it up. Mostly all the yellow's gone, a couple of little spots here and there, but I'll get all that off. This thing still got a lot on it, so I'm gonna hit this with the aircraft stripper and get all that off. And yeah, dry this up as much as possible, leave it in the sun. Yeah, my son kind of disappeared up there. He'll be back. It's hot. So let that dry out for a little while, and then we'll get to clean it up to paint it so it doesn't rust. So let's let that thing sit. right, so after about an hour, yes, an hour of cleaning this thing, which is, we power washed it, degreased it, we've hit with a wire wheel, we took a scraper to it, we hit it with aircraft paint remover, and then hit it with another scraper, and then the wire wheel again, and we just finally got a wire brush to get the little flakes off, and this is the result. It's been painted 4 different times: orange, blue, yellow, and red. So, and then if you see, this is nice and black. Got 2 coats on it for right now, but it's a whole lot better than red. So, yep, got a little space in here. Gotta make it bigger. But that's 2 things. That's going gray. That's black. Those are probably going to be black once I get this nastiness off there. And then those are going wrinkle red. And that's going to be polished up as much as I can get it. It's going to soak in some super clean, because that is a great product to soak intakes in. It brings out the aluminum, gets all the crud and everything else. You just put it in it, scrub it a little bit, let it sit, and it eats away all the grime. So yeah, I'm going to get to cleaning this up and painting it, and then we'll have at least 2 things done. I'm soon to make an order. I haven't made my order yet, but I will order everything by the next video and have it going in. I'm just taking my time as I wait on stuff to clean this up. So make this pretty, make it ready to go. Once I get all that the rebuild stuff in, then all I gotta do is slap it all together and throw it in the car and get going. But another thing, one header is still in the car. The other header is cleaned up and painted heat black. This will be wrapped as well. So I painted it heat black due to the fact of I just wanted a clean surface that wasn't rust, which is what this is, just surface rust all over it, and put heat wrap all over it to make it nice and subtle and pretty and go along with the theme of this motor. So, and it'll also keep the heat down inside the engine compartment, which is going to be ideal. Alright, so let's paint this. Alright, so 3 coats is good enough for the pan, I would say, and 3 coats for the engine block, I would say, is pretty good. They're not yellow. So we're going to let them sit and get back to them. I got some other stuff I need to clean and get ready for more paint later. So that's what we're going to do.